All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back.
Yeah, hey,
Today we're diving into something that I think affects pretty much everyone.
for sure.
We all struggle with it at some point or another in our lives, and that is the fear of judgment.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we're looking at this text all about practical strategies for getting past this fear.
Yeah. And
So, think about it. Have you ever, totally frozen up before giving a presentation?
oh yeah.
Or, held back on sharing a really good idea because of, what other people might think?
Oh yeah. Absolutely happens all the time.
Yeah, you are definitely not alone if you've ever felt this way.
You're in good company.
So, yeah, let's unpack this whole thing, right?
Yeah. Let's get into it.
How to break free from this fear and just be our most authentic selves.
Absolutely.
Um, so what's really interesting to me about this is this isn't just some modern problem,
Oh
right?
yeah, not at all.
This fear goes way, way back.
Like way back to when we were, living in
Oh
tribes
yeah, totally.
and being ostracized from your tribe
Oh yeah.
thousands of years ago basically meant like you were alone.
Right, no protection.
No protection, no food, no shelter.
You're out.
You're done. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was essentially a death sentence back then.
It's wild to think about how it's so deep in our.
Yeah, it's in our DNA.
Yeah.
This fear, like it's literally a survival mechanism.
So it's not even just in our heads. It's
Ugh.
literally we are programmed to feel this way.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. But
Right.
if it's supposed to keep us safe, why does it hold us back so much?
Right, because the world has changed, but our wiring hasn't really fully caught up yet.
Oh, interesting.
So that primal fear can kind of go into overdrive
Okay.
and make us think twice about sharing ideas or taking risks or, like you were saying, even just being ourselves.
Yeah, it's a survival mechanism gone haywire.
Totally. Yeah.
Okay, so how do we even know if this fear is actually running the show in our lives?
Well, the text highlights a few kind of red flags to watch out for,
Okay.
like procrastination,
Oh.
people pleasing,
Oh yeah.
even self-sabotage sometimes.
Okay.
Now, these things don't automatically mean that fear of judgment is the culprit every single time.
Right.
But if you notice a pattern,
Oh yeah.
it's definitely worth digging a little deeper.
I'm the queen of procrastination.
Really?
I'm oh, if I never finish it, no one can criticize it.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right.
Never thought of it that way.
But really, it's such a creativity killer, I feel like.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so let's get to the good stuff.
Yeah, let's get to the strategies.
How do we break free?
Right.
What are the strategies?
There are some really good ones in here.
Okay.
One that really jumps out to me is cognitive reframing.
Okay.
You know that voice we all have inside that's like, oh, everyone's going to think I'm a failure.
Yeah.
Time to put that voice on trial.
I love this, objection, Your Honor, this negative thought, has no evidence.
Exactly. Like, where is the proof?
Right.
Is that thought even really true?
Right.
What's the evidence for that?
Total.
And what would be a more balanced perspective?
Yeah.
The text even suggests literally writing your negative thoughts down
Okay.
and then writing down kind of the more rational counterpart to that thought.
So it's retraining your brain to think more realistically and kindly.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. Okay. What else does it recommend?
Another really powerful strategy is aligning your actions with your values.
Okay.
So when you're doing things because they matter to you deeply,
Yeah.
other people's opinions just don't carry as much weight.
It's not about not caring what people think at all. It's just you have your own why.
Exactly.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. But what about those times when we do inevitably mess up or face criticism?
Yeah.
How do we deal with that?
Right. That's where self-compassion comes in.
Right.
We're all works in progress.
We're-
We're going to make mistakes.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's about treating yourself with the same kind of kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend.
Absolutely. And no one expects us to just suddenly become fearless overnight.
Oh, no.
The text suggests starting small.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't have to jump into a TED Talk on day one.
Definitely not.
Can you imagine showing up to a family dinner and just suddenly launching into a perfectly polished TED Talk?
Yeah, that would be kind of awkward.
Right.
Yeah, the text recommends baby steps.
Okay.
Share your opinion at dinner.
Okay.
Maybe work your way up to a book club or something.
Okay, yeah.
And then eventually,
Well, yeah.
celebrate those small wins along the way.
I love that. So it's training for a marathon, right?
Yeah.
You start small, build your confidence, and like you're saying, enjoy the journey.
Totally.
Okay, so here's the big question. What's the payoff of actually overcoming this fear?
Right. Why bother?
Yeah.
If you connect this to the bigger picture, it's not just about feeling more confident.
Okay.
It unlocks your creativity, it helps you build more genuine connections, and it helps you to live a life that's more aligned with who you really are.
Wow. So it's not just like an internal thing. It like has a ripple effect out into all these other areas of our lives.
Right.
Okay, so it's like breaking free from this fear opens up all these new possibilities.
Sure.
Wow, this has been so insightful. Like, I'm taking away a lot from this.
Me too.
So we learned that this fear, it's like deeply ingrained. It's like part of who we are, but we don't have to be ruled by it.
Right.
We can reframe our thoughts. We can act in alignment with our values.
Right.
We can be kind to ourselves and start small.
It's about progress, not perfection.
Exactly.
And just showing up authentically without that constant worry of what everyone else is thinking.
And here's something to think about. The text doesn't explicitly say this, but like, could mastering this fear of judgment actually make us more compassionate
Oh, but that's good.
to other people's judgments?
Yeah.
Just food for thought as you continue on this journey.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time.
See you later.
Bye.